Good Morning America striking back. President Obama laying out an unprecedented punishment, cracking down on Russia in the wake of those election hacks, kicking dozens of Russian operatives out of the country, shutting down 2 Russian compounds in the U.S., and now the Kremlin with its new retaliation.
Saying goodbye, ABC News learning overnight that Carrie Fisher and her mom, Debbie Reynolds, will have a joint funeral, bringing all of Hollywood together to celebrate these stars.
Words wouldn't come in an easy way.
The new details from the family this morning about the final farewell.
Times Square on high alert. New York officials stepping up security for New Year's Eve. Giant trucks set to secure the perimeter. Thousands of extra officers on guard. We take you inside the command center and the massive operations to keep the millions prepared to watch the ball drop safe.
And we're counting down to the biggest party of the year. Ryan Seacrest is here live in Times Square, only on GMA, as we get ready to rock New Year's Eve, taking you behind the scenes for the very first look at the Times Square crystal ball as it's lit up for the start of the big party.
From ABC News, live in Times Square, this is Good Morning America.
Hey, good morning. T-minus 1 day until New Year's Eve, and we've got an up-close look at the final preparations for the big party right here in Times Square, where millions of people are expected to watch the ball drop.
And there is the famous crystal ball weighing in at 12,000 pounds. It's got 32,000 LED lights, which are about to get turned on for the very first time. We're in for a special treat. They're going to turn those on before the big drop. You're going to see it only here on GMA in a few minutes, but they've been doing this since 1907.
They're going to be charging the batteries as we speak. New York City, by the way, taking no chances with security, beefing up its so-called ring of steel to keep the millions of people who are going to come out here safe tomorrow night.
Yes, and Dan and I both revealed that we'll probably be in bed by 8 or 9 o'clock. Big plans, New Year's Eve?
My wife and I will be in matching onesies watching television.
Thank you for the visual, Dan Harris. We're going to have much more on that, not Dan and his onesies, but much more on the New Year's preparations coming up. And we do begin this morning with the escalating tensions between Russia and the United States. You were looking live at the Kremlin. That's the center of the Russian government, where officials are talking retaliation this morning.
Yeah, this comes after President Obama announced new sanctions against Russia, payback for the alleged hacking of our presidential election. ABC's Mary Bruce is at the White House with the latest on this story. Mary, good morning to you.
Good morning. That's right. An eye for an eye. Russia is promising to fight back, set to expel dozens of American diplomats after the U.S. did the same. President Obama has given 35 Russian diplomats until noon on Sunday to leave the country and hit Moscow with tough sanctions. The president saying every American should be alarmed by Russia's cyber attacks and harassment of U.S. officials.
It's an unprecedented strike. The White House punishing Russia in part for interfering in the U.S. election. President Obama taking executive action, expelling 35 Russian diplomats, giving them and their families just 72 hours to get out, and shutting down 2 Russian compounds. A 45-acre estate on the Maryland shore bought by the Russians in 1973, and this Long Island mansion, a beachfront manor once owned by an oil executive, bought by the Russians in the 50s. In Moscow, 2 leading intelligence agencies slapped with sanctions, 4 top officials too, including the head of military intelligence. The U.S. also targeting 2 notorious cyber criminals wanted by the FBI, one accused of stealing $100 million. Not on the list, the Russian president, even though President Obama has strongly suggested Putin was aware of the attacks.
Not much happens in Russia without Vladimir Putin.
And there's also retaliation we don't know about. No details on any covert cyber attacks, but the president promising the actions announced are not the sum total of our response. Russia is blasting the measures, a Kremlin spokesman calling them unpredictable and aggressive. And they're accusing the White House of trying to undercut the incoming Trump administration. The president-elect suggests the crackdown is misguided, saying in a statement that while he'll meet with intelligence leaders next week, it's time for our country to move on to bigger and better things. Trump has repeatedly questioned whether Russia was behind the hacking.
They have no idea if it's Russia or China or somebody. It could be somebody sitting in a bed someplace.
But the White House says there is no question Russia interfered. The administration releasing new declassified details explaining how Russian groups hacked the Democratic Party, at times tricking officials into handing over their credentials by mimicking their employers' email systems.
Now, in just 3 weeks, President Trump could undo these measures, but that could be politically difficult. Lawmakers on both sides of the aisle support these tough actions. Now, as for those countermeasures, Russia promises they're coming later today, measures that they say will make U.S. officials feel uncomfortable. Dan and Paula?
Yeah, those sanctions appear to be the one thing that Republicans and Democrats are agreeing on right now. Mary, thank you. We want to bring in former Deputy Assistant Secretary of State Colonel Steve Ganyard and ABC's Chief Political Analyst Matt Dowd. Gentlemen, thanks for joining us on this Friday.
Morning.
And Steve, let's start with you. This appears to be the beginning of a new Cold War. You just heard in Mary's piece that the Russian foreign minister is proposing expelling about 31 U.S. diplomats that are there in Russia.
Yeah, I don't think it's a new Cold War, Paul. I think this is more like a Cold War 2.0, and it's been going on for several years. And so I think what we're seeing now at the end of the Obama administration is playing out the last chapter in the Putin-Obama saga. But it's a Cold War that's been going on for several years. The 35 people that we kicked out, that's a strong message. They're going to retaliate today. The sanctions really aren't very impressive. So I think the irony here is that the reset button that President Obama was looking for at the beginning of his administration is really going to be President Trump's here in the next few months.
Matt, what do you think? Do you think these sanctions go far enough, and do you think a President Trump is just going to roll them back anyway?
Well, I think we don't know that. In 22 days, he'll take office, and we'll see what he does. I was thinking this morning, Dan, about how we've lost so many stars from the 1980s in the course of 2016, and now we have a president-elect who's burying the foreign policy of Ronald Reagan, who called Russia and the Soviet Union an evil empire, and he's basically saying, we're done with that. It's time to move on. I find it fascinating that Donald Trump said it's time to move on from a cyber war, an active cyber war with Russia, but he actually can't move on from a bad restaurant review or not winning an Emmy Award for Apprentice. It's an amazing situation.
It is curious for sure. Steve, you know, the Trump administration said that it could take covert action. What exactly does that mean?
Well, covert in the sense that we would do something and we wouldn't have our fingerprints on it. But since you've already signaled it, that really doesn't make much sense either. So I think that if they do something, there's a real danger with an offensive cyber attack on Russia, because we really don't know what the second and third order effects of one of those attacks are. It could blow back on the United States. And the clock's also ticking here, Paula. You know, the current administration doesn't want to create a mess that has to be cleaned up, because then it would become part of their legacy. So it's got to, if something's going to be hacked back, it's got to happen in the next days, if not weeks.
It really could turn into a mess. Steve Ganyard and Matthew Dowd, we appreciate both of your analysis this morning, and Happy New Year.
All right, let's bring the focus back now to Times Square, where unprecedented security measures are being put in place for New Year's Eve. An army of police officers are set to guard the millions who will be right here outside our studio watching that ball drop. And ABC's Lindsay Janis is covering all of the safety precautions for us this morning. Hi, Lindsay.
Good morning, Paula. These are just some of the 65 sanitation trucks the NYPD is packing with sand. They'll form a kind of ring of steel around Times Square. It is the first time they've ever been deployed at a New Year's celebration to prevent the attacks like we've seen in Berlin and Nice. This morning, the NYPD preparing an unprecedented level of security for the 2 million people expected to gather in Times Square to watch the ball drop.
This will be a very well-protected event, probably our most protected event, with multiple layers of security.
The plan, months in the making, includes that perimeter of 65 sanitation trucks packed with sand, plus 100 blocker vehicles, designed to prevent terrorists from driving trucks into the crowds, like they did during those attacks in Berlin, killing 12, and in Nice, killing 86. And there will be an extra 7,000 police officers, from highly visible special ops units to rooftop surveillance teams. Authorities putting up 65 viewer pens from Times Square to 59th Street, each holding up to 3,000 people. All of them required to pass through multiple checkpoints. We visited the NYPD Joint Operations Center, where dozens of representatives from city, state, and federal agencies will coordinate on New Year's Eve, including monitoring over 10,000 security cameras across the city.
What will be on these screens on,
New
New Year's Eve?
You're going to see a lot of Times Square. Obviously, we will have our aircraft off. They're flying over an area. They can send a direct link of what they're seeing here.
Chief Monahan tells me the main difference between last year and this year, again, is these sanitation trucks. They weigh 16 tons empty, double that when they're packed with sand. The aim is to make Times Square a fortress. Dan?
Lindsay, thank you. Another big question as we head into New Year's Eve, the weather. Our Rob Marciano is on top of #1 Times Square, right where the ball will drop. Hey, Rob, good morning.
Good morning, Dan. Hello, Paula. This is going to be the star of the show for sure. The big ball that will drop on New Year's Eve, counting us down to 2017. And as, well, likely over 1 million people gather here in Times Square, it's going to be chilly. Here is the storm that is bombed out, meaning it has really intensified the last 24 hours. Now heading into New Brunswick, but really windy behind this thing. And lake effect snow showers are going to continue to crank up all the way down to the Carolinas. And much colder than it has been. Wind chills well below freezing this morning, with teens in parts of Michigan and western New York. All right, here we go. The ball drop for New Year's Eve, looking at 39 degrees here in New York City with a wind chill of about 30. That's seasonable. Chance of a rain or snow shower, but I think most of that should hold off till after midnight. And there'll be a disturbance across the southeast, also across the northwest and the southwest. Maybe some unusual rain across parts of Hollywood. Speaking of Hollywood, LA's own Ryan Seacrest is going to be right here later in the hour where we will fully light this ball that is scheduled to drop in less than 48 hours. Dan and Paula, back to you.
All right, Rob, thank you. I bet he has an amazing view from up there.
We're going to see it later.
I know, it's going to be pretty spectacular. We want to move now to that snow emergency in parts of the country, causing a winter gridlock on highways this holiday weekend. Let's go to Adrienne Bankert in Northampton, Massachusetts for us this morning. Hi, Adrienne.
Hi to you, Paula. Yes, they've had a chance to clean up here in Northampton and in communities surrounding here. They've received up to about half a foot of snow. It's been a messy ride. Plows have been out all night.
As that major winter storm creates a travel nightmare in the Northeast.
Unless you have four-wheel drives, I suggest not even getting on the roads.
Commuters struggling to brave the 30-mile-an-hour winds. Plows hitting the streets in full force. Working through the night to try and clear the roads for millions of drivers. Vehicles sliding on snowy roads in parts of New England. Others left stranded. One man hoping brute force will get his car back on the road. In Maine, the snow causing this truck to roll over and these two cars to lose control and collide. The capital of Vermont already under nearly a foot of snowfall. In Saratoga Springs, New York, cars grinding to a halt in the white stuff. And amid this massive gridlock on the highway in Pennsylvania, one family choosing to pass the time by building a snowman.
And, you know, we stopped by the Public Works Department early this morning, and plows will be out all throughout the day. Of course, they've got to prepare for the New Year's Eve celebrations planned for this weekend. 10,000 to 15,000 people will descend on downtown Northampton to watch their own ball drop. I know Rob has been out there in Times Square. Paula, back to you in the studio.
It looks so pretty as we're watching it from the studio, and we're nice and warm here, but Adrienne, stay warm. And we do have a bit of breaking news to get to right now. The Coast Guard is actively searching for a missing plane with 6 people on board. The Cessna jet, like this one, was heading from Cleveland to Ohio State University in Columbus with 3 adults, 3 children on board. It lost radar contact over Lake Erie just after takeoff. Coast Guard boats and aircraft, they have been actively searching throughout the night and this morning, and we're going to make sure to stay on top of this breaking story for you on this Friday.
Meanwhile, a fatal accident on the slopes in Colorado. A mother and her 2 young daughters on a family ski trip when they fell out of a chairlift. The mom did not survive. How did this happen? ABC's Clayton Sandell is on the story from Aurora. Clayton, good morning.
And good morning, Dan. We're here at the Children's Hospital where one of those girls was injured, was medevaced yesterday. She was injured in an accident that experts tell us is extremely rare. This morning, authorities are investigating a deadly accident on the slopes.
EMS Station 1 respond to Ski Granby Ranch for 3 patients that fell from the chairlift approximately 25 feet.
A 40-year-old mother from Texas and her 2 daughters falling Thursday from this chairlift at the Ski Granby Ranch in Colorado.
We do know that they fell from the chairlift, and immediately ski patrol was on scene.
Paramedics rushing the injured family to hospitals, transporting one 9-year-old girl by helicopter, her 12-year-old sister by ambulance. Their mother did not survive the fall. Investigators are now trying to determine exactly how and why the 3 fell out.
It's a sad day in the ski business. This type of incident is extremely rare.
Statistics show chairlifts are normally very safe. Over the past 40 years, just 12 people have died from a malfunction. The ski industry says lifts are safer than elevators. But accidents do happen. Last year, 7 people were injured when this ski lift in Maine suddenly started rolling backwards. And just last week in Utah, this boy's backpack got caught in the chairlift, leaving him dangling. Rescue workers quickly pulling him to safety. Now this morning, we still don't know whether this was a mechanical issue or rider error, but either way, until investigators figure it out, that ski lift will be shut down. Dan, Paula.
Just so incredibly sad. Clayton, thank you, and we're thinking of that family this morning.
And we do want to shift gears this morning. I think this might unequivocally be our favorite story of the day.
Let's see.
Yeah, a little Jetsons for you. It may seem like science fiction for now, but Amazon is working on some high-flying plans for future deliveries. ABC's TJ Holmes is here with the company's plan to take flight with floating warehouses. Yes, TJ?
Yes, and Paul, let's be clear about what we're talking about here. You place an order on Amazon, and the merchandise you order and the drone that brings it descend from the sky from a floating warehouse where they've been stored. So in a case like this, you want to track your package, all you got to do is look up.
We've heard all about drones dropping packages, pizza, and presents at your doorstep.
Now Amazon has plans to take it a step further. The online behemoth hoping to move your local big box store out of the strip mall and into the sky, complete with an army of drones to deliver directly to your door within minutes.
Sound a little like Close Encounters of the Drone kind, or something dreamed up by the Jetsons. These airborne fulfillment centers, as they're called, would fly 45,000 feet in the air, storing all your favorite Amazon goodies inside. Once the order is placed on Amazon.com, the drones would be released, delivering your DVDs, books, yoga pants, whatever, directly to your door. But tech experts say that despite Amazon's grand plans, shoppers shouldn't be looking to the skies just yet.
It's not uncommon at all for companies to file and receive approval for dozens and dozens of patents that they may have no intention of putting the resources behind to bring them to fruition. If there's one company that can make it happen, it might very well be Amazon.
So again, they have been experimenting with this already, but the drones we're talking about and some of the deliveries that have been made are drones that pick something up from a warehouse and bring it to you. These would be stationed in the sky. And again, let's be clear here.
Are we going to all pretend there's no drone just flying around the desk?
Stay here. Focus right here. I need you to focus. I'm a pro here. Now, what we're doing. No, but again, like she said, they apply for the patent just in case down the road they might want to do it. But this is where we're headed. It's amazing that, yes, technology, all of it is right there these days in the palm.
Speaking of the palm of your hand. Oh! We need to get a replay of that. How many times did you practice that?
You saw me in here. I was not practicing. Didn't I just say I was a professional?
You are a professional.
But this is my man Randy right here. Has been my drone operator.
Oh, you have your own personal drone operator
Yes, he
too?
goes with me everywhere.
Yeah, and he's leaving now because he doesn't like.
Can we put it in Dan's hand? Oh, Dan Harris, you were so close.
Sorry, I broke the drone. I'm so sorry. I'm getting the evil eye here, so we should probably. Actually, he just said I'm gonna get a bill in the mail.
Yeah, you did break it, Dan. Come on, could you be gentle just once?
I'm being told we need to go to the weather now. Rob, can you save me? You're out there in Times Square. What's popping?
No, I'm giving you the evil eye as well because I'm freezing up here. Temperatures are feeling well below the freezing mark. But if you think that's cold with this wind chill, look at this out of Mount Washington filmed yesterday. This worker going out there to check things out. Winds gusting over 100 miles an hour. Wind chills well below 20 below. And that's the kind of stuff that happens at 6,000 feet. Active weather pattern for the south. Rain there next week. More on that in a sec. But now, your weekend getaways brought to you by Mazda.
One test drive in a Mazda 6 gives one vet a new friend. One ride in a Mazda 3 delivers one hot meal to someone in need. Test drive any Mazda during the Drive for Good event and we'll give back 1 hour of our time to local causes. Then we'll donate to St. Jude or a charity you choose when you buy any new Mazda, because driving matters most when you're driving for good.
Well, as we close out the week, the main story today are the gusty winds. Some of those wind gusts already getting into the 20s across the area, and that's going to make it feel a little bit on the cool side this afternoon. Daytime high 43 degrees, some sunshine, but again, it will be quite breezy. Here's a look at your New Year's Eve forecast, staying mostly cloudy throughout the night, and our temperatures will be in the upper 30s. Happy New Year.